Hi! Within this lecture, we're going to dig a lot deeper and we're going to see the table names of this OWASP 10 database. And in order to do that, I'm going to use the same technique that we have used in the previous lecture I mean, and I'm going to replace this database user and version values with table name and other related stuff. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it in here because it might get a little long so we can see it better. So for the time being, I'm only selecting one database, user, version, and 5. And as you can see, I'm not getting anything from first and fifth column, but rather I see the results in second, third, and fourth. And so I'm going to delete database from here, and in order to retrieve the table name, you have to write table name. And again, I'm not using first or fifth column because I'm not getting any information, as you can see. So I'm going to delete database, and rather I will say table name. And it has to be exactly like this, not table names, but table name. And this time I don't need any user information, so I'm going to say null, and I don't need any version information, so I'm going to say null, and I'm going to specify the database that I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this with inside information schema. And we have seen this before, right? So I'm going to do this from information schema.tables. As you might remember, we have seen this information schema when we connected to the SQL session of Metasploitable Machine. And this is a default table. This is always created when we first create MySQL, so we can get this information from information schema. And as I explained before, it contains general information about the whole databases. So I'm going to pass everything in here and hit enter. And now, as you might see, we have all the table names from all databases with inside Metasploitable Machine. So I have too many results in here. To be specific, I have 237 records. So I have character sets, collations, I have columns, column privileges, key column usage routines, and everything. And I can search through everything in here and try to get more information, and I can try to find my way in here as well. But rather, I'm going to filter this result because I have too many. And I want to get only information related to OWASP 10 database. So I don't want anything else. Of course, you may choose to do it from here as well, since you can get more information about whole databases in my Metasploitable Machine, but right now I only need information from OWASP 10. So I'm going to add a where clause in here, and as you might remember, this filters the result. I'm going to say where table schema equals to OWASP 10, and you have to put some single quotation marks in between. So OWASP 10, okay, and this will only display the results back to me from OWASP 10 database. So rather than this, I'm going to select everything in here and delete, and then I'm going to paste what I have copied. And as I explained before, maybe you don't want to do this, maybe you want to scan all the results, but right now I think it will be more precise for us to display the table names related to OWASP 10. And as you can see, now we got the result back, and it has some table names called accounts, blocks table, credit cards, hit block, captured data, and others as well. And these are the same results that we got back when we dealt with the SQL connection in the first lecture. Maybe you remember that. So we are on the right track. Now we managed to gather the table names as well. So we're going to stop here, and we're going to finally get all the information related to these table names in the following lecture.